die.
Hello. If you're wondering how to get any of those similar book reviews that Robert Young Pelton got on his book World's Most Dangerous Places, one of the most influential books in my life that helped me with my mental health as well as my learning about other places and learning about my heritage. So you want to know how to get those particular types of accolades on your book. Well, I just got my first one last week, but anyways, so you have to start with the airport shuttle pitch, or as some people would say, the elevator pitch, which would be the log line. So what is a log line? It's a little summary about this thick of words, kind of like something you'd see on your TV guide on your PVR or something, and say the adventures of Homer and Marge take care of Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. Just an example. I'm using The Simpsons as an example. That would be an airport shuttle pitch or a elevator pitch, or what you would call a log line. So you want your log line to be as long as you get on the elevator or the airport shuttle bus from Park and Fly, and you get to the airport or you get to your floor, depending on which mode of transportation. If it's the airport shuttle, the airport obviously, and if it's the elevator, the next floor up. So you want to say, this is about Homer and Marge taking care of 3 children, Bart, Lisa, and little Maggie, and that's how you do it. You want to make sure it's within a few minutes of talking. Like, for example, this log line will be, Elena Melanson talks about log lines and how to do them. That would be an example. So you want to make sure that it's in a few minutes span, and you want to be able to get it done and get it done quickly. So if you want to have those kinds of book accolades and book critiques that Robert Young Pelton had, or Jodi Picoult, or anyone else, Jodi Picoult, or anyone like that, I call her Jodi Picoult, you have to start with a log line. And it's a simple little summary of what the book is about that only takes a minute or a few minutes. It's like 10 words long, if that. You also want to, so you want to do this as long as you can take care of these plants, like 30 seconds, a minute and a half. So that's how long you want your log line. And then you work on the actual description, which is a lot longer. It can be 500 to 1,000 characters long, whereas the log line is about 100 characters long, which isn't that much. So you want to write, like, for example, I can't think of anything, but it's a summary, not like the log line, which is short and sweet, takes a few minutes, maybe a minute and a half. You want this one to be about this long, and this is basically telling you what's going to happen in this, tell the reader what's going to happen in the story, what isn't going to happen in the story, how it's going to turn out without blowing the book. So you want to figure that one out too. Also, you want to start something that is a character profile, or profiles depending on your type of book, characters are supposed to be based on different aspects of your personality, or your whole personality if it's the one character, or it'll be based on people that you've known. I highly suggest that you do not talk about someone like Bart Simpson, who's fictitious in the first place, or someone you just met on the street, because you don't know who they are, or a rock star, or whatever. You just want something that is true to you. So you want to. So this is after you're done the log line, the airport shuttle pitch, the writing, the elevator pitch, or the watering the plants pitch, however long you want it, but it has to be like this long, the log line, 100 characters or less. So try to keep it at that, like a tweet on Twitter, tweet. So that being said, that's your log line. But when you do a character profile, you're wondering what those are. It basically tells what your character likes, doesn't like, what their mental health is, what their job is, what they like to do, what their hobbies, what kind of music they like, hell, even what kind of underwear they wear, if you want to get that descriptive, or the color of their shoes that they usually wear, or something like that. Do they like jewelry? Do they not? Do they like commitment? Do they not? Stuff like that. What their orientation or gender is, whatever, depends. You have to think of all these. Do they like karate? Do they like dance? Do they like line dancing? Like, I might do a character on a simple person that I know. Simple meaning they have simple pleasures in life. For example, they like electronics. They like line dancing. They like music. So that's an example of using someone you know to make a profile of your character. But I highly strongly recommend using yourself, or if you're going to do multiple characters, use different aspects of your personality. This part, I must say, is not too hard for me, as I've had to, I'm pretty sure I had dissociative identity disorder in my life, so there could be a chance that I had that in a past life, so I can think about all these different characters. So, that being said, try to be creative, but you have to base your character on you, and if there's more than one character, base it on people you know, or I highly suggest different aspects of your personality too. But when you do the first, it has to be about you or someone you know, their aspects of their personality, how they do things, what they do, what they like to do. Like, for example, I don't like doing chores, so that would be probably mentioned on my character profile. I don't mind doing chores, but you get the drift. You get the drift that I have to base a character on me. Now, you want as little as maybe one or two, maybe 4 or 5 characters at most. This isn't the Romance of the Three Kingdoms or the Tale of Genji, which can have many different characters all at once. That'll be too confusing for you. I know it is for me. So I just rather mess around with a few characters instead of a few thousand characters or a whole whack load. It would get too frustrating for me. So I just do that. 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 10 characters, and then I'm done. Now, that being said, if you are a writer, or you're not, or you like literature, might I suggest that you comment below. And if you like what I have to say every week, I'll be doing this every Friday for as long as I can think. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and I will talk to you next week. And this will be also a podcast on Spotify, so I'll be happy to talk there too, which is going to be the same audio as this. Just try to keep it simple, stupid. That's all I can say. Keep it simple, stupid.